Are we live? We are live.
I
Okay,
think so.
wonderful.
Yeah.
So, greetings from Tokyo. Can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah.
All right. This is our first time doing this kind of joint live stream. I know it's a kind of it happens a lot, but I wanted to again. I'm using this StreamYard or what is it? StreamYard or yeah for the first. It's
Mhm.
not SteamYard. It's StreamYard for the
I know.
first
I
time.
always say that too.
Yeah. So and it's just this is just an opportunity to speak with our dear friend Tanner at the Horrible Show. So I wanted to just touch base with him about this, and this will be uploaded onto the channel later. So let's see here. Just give me 1 second just to set up here, just to be sure everything is all set and good to go. Great, great. I think we're good to go here.
Yeah.
So
I know. I got the alert on my phone. It says you're live.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, okay, great. So we have Dave and Matthew. Oh, great. People are joining in. So wonderful, wonderful. So welcome, Tanner.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, it's great to talk with you in person. I know we've spoken a lot offline, and I was the recipient of a very big box. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Uh, of course it was sent from you. And so now we're here live, and this is a live stream. So it's now at 11 p.m. where I am. What's the time where you are in the world?
It's a little after 9. A little
Okay,
after
so you
9.
woke up early. Oh, I'm so sorry about
Oh,
that.
oh man, it's all good. I'm an early
Uh,
bird anyway, for the most part.
really? Are you
Yeah.
really? Are you?
Yeah.
Is that true? Or are you saying that so
No,
I
it's
don't
true.
feel bad?
No, it's true. Yeah, because I worked in the I was a tech, a kidney dialysis tech for the longest time, and you
Oh,
woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was like rolling from there. for yeah, for
wow.
a long time, man. Yeah,
That must have been really intense hours, right? In terms of the
yeah.
work shifts.
Oh yeah, but it was cool, man. It was good. It was a good gig. I don't do it now. I'm in the office, like just like doctor's office now. But it was cool. It was a cool gig, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a fascinating individual, my dear friend. Ah, it's so cool. You just and you have I wanted to speak with you directly and just to follow up on what we talked about last year,
Oh yeah.
and that was a lot of fun, and also on the occasion of once again reminding people or letting people know of what a kind thing that you did for me in sending that huge box.
Dude, it was
uh
my pleasure. Like, as opposed to like not buying my 18th copy of the Beyond, I feel like that's a better way to you know, it's a better thing to put into the universe.
really,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm I would be okay. I would be okay with an 18th copy of the Beyond.
you
So
know, yeah.
yeah. So hold on. Let's see. Sorry again. Glitches galore here. So I
That's
think
okay.
bad Wi-Fi is I.
It's okay.
Oh goodness, my Wi-Fi is not so good. Sorry about that. You
Yeah, it's
cut
okay.
out for a moment. Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah,
Can you
yeah.
hear me again?
Yeah,
All right. My Wi-Fi is bad today, so I apologize. It's
it's okay.
always bad. It's always bad. But
I know
that's
mine kind of is too.
that's the thing. So we're live. So this is the live chat. So I've never done this sort of thing before
Yeah.
in terms of live stream with someone else, and I know it's possible, but again, this is the stuff that happens. So my dear friends, those who are watching, please forgive me. Please, it's not Tanner's fault. It's all my fault.
Oh no.
And so I set it up here, but I'm very poor with this. But I hope you can forgive me. And we're just doing the best we can. But once again, it's an opportunity to say hello and have a chat with our dear friend Tanner, as well as people who are joining into the live chat. So feel free to leave a comment, question, anything you like. You can address it to either one of us or both of us, and we'll be happy to go forward with there. So, what's going on? How have you been lately? How's the new year starting for you so far?
It's been great, man. It's been like, do you know when things are going like a little too well? Like you start to get a little, start to get a little paranoid, you know? So
Is it is it so it's really good, huh?
it's been great. Yeah.
Oh,
So I
cool.
got my fingers crossed. Yeah, everything's been good, man. And do you mind if I take a second? I had so many people check out my channel after your video. Just thank you guys so much. They showed me so much love. I feel like I've gotten so much love in the past like 48 hours. You guys are amazing. People, if you're watching live, I wasn't expecting that. Like amazing. Y'all are great. Like nice
Oh,
comments. Like it's been really nice.
oh, I'm so glad to hear that. And yes, this you've reminded me. Thank you so much. Pardon me for not mentioning it, but yes, Tanner at the Horrible Show. It's right there on the screen there. So the channel is called The Horrible Show. So you have to check it out and subscribe and hit the notification bell and uh, like button and comments and the like. So wonderful. So, what do you have any plans for any new uploads on the YouTube channel? Any film discussions or anything like that?
Yeah, so I got a video in the works. Like, I'm nice enough to have. I interviewed my middle brother. So I got two older brothers, and we're a big fan of the Canadian like kids series. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Okay.
And we were talking about Are You Afraid of the Dark a little while ago. So we're gonna do our top 10. You know, because I'm a man child. Like, Are You Afraid of the Dark in cartoons is like my thing. So yeah,
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
yeah.
So, what were some of the other cartoons that you watched growing up as a kid?
Oh man, my favorite all time Rocco's Modern Life. That's my jam. Yeah, because it's still hilarious to me. Like if you can do if you can make people laugh, especially like kids, if you can make them laugh without like really like I got nothing against like swearing and you know stuff like that. But if you can make somebody laugh like 100% clean, that's something special. You know.
That's so cool. So
Yeah.
you have so you is that on? Please pardon my ignorance here,
No,
but
no,
is
no.
that on like a Blu-ray or DVD set as well,
So
or on some?
you can get the complete series of Rocco on DVD. I think it's even like a Shout Factory has the rights to that. So it's pretty inexpensive too.
Oh my goodness! And you have, I know, so many titles, and I must say that because of that, you showed me so much generosity the other day by packing this huge box and I was I mentioned it before. Uh, darn it all! I should have done my Brad Pitt impression when I did that video, but alas, it just wasn't meant to be. I suppose Oh, what's in the box? What's in the box? Oh, what's in the box? So
Yeah.
that's sorry. It wasn't. I wasn't prepared. Sorry about that. But I think uh, it was you had doubles. Is that what it was? And you had you said you had that extra copy of the Arrow title. So what happened with that, if you don't mind me asking? I know we talked about this a little bit, but let everyone know just in case.
Yeah, so I'm lucky enough like, like I said, when things are going so good, you start to get a little like paranoid. But like I got two older brothers that are super cool. Like and I got to the point where if somebody like around Christmas time, if they give you something that you already have, because being a collector, nobody really knows that, they never know what you have in the collection unless they're there.
Yeah.
And I got to the point where I just it's a better experience if you have a double just to give it to somebody, because I don't want to sell them. I don't want to. It's a hassle, you know, especially if it's something like that's different, like a different region too. It's just better because if it's another collector, it's gonna make their day. It's really, spreading good vibes, good karma. That's what it's all about.
Oh, I was the recipient of so much good karma from you. So thank
Oh, breaking up a little bit again, but of course you're welcome. You're welcome, my friend. and I don't know if you can if it's freezing on your side, brother, but I got it frozen on my side of the screen, and I
There
can't
we
hear
go.
you. There you
There
go.
we go.
There you go.
See, this is going so swell. So it's all my fault. I apologize.
No, it's my
But
fault that I couldn't get the regular YouTube link.
no, 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 not at all, not at all. It's this is so it's okay. So again, glitches galore quiz. We are live, and so just my dear friends, please understand. I hope you can understand, but it is we are doing this live. It is the first time for me doing this, so
Yeah, we'll do
but I
it
just wanted to
live.
give it a try. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So one of the titles that you had included was the film. What was it? What was it? Everything Everywhere All at Once, right?
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah.
I got so many people asking me about that. Oh, what did you think? What do you think? And so I
I know.
thank
I'm
you
sorry
for
that they.
giving me that.
I'm sorry that they want you to review it now. I hate to like, you know, force something like that upon you. But it was real, and I was
No, not
trying
at
not to
all.
overhype it. That's a big thing with me
No,
too.
no, not at all.
Yeah,
It was great. It was really wonderful.
yeah, it's a
Thank you so
fun
much
one,
for
man.
that.
Yeah,
You
it's a
you've
fun
seen it.
movie.
You've seen it, right?
Oh yeah, I've seen it a couple times now. Yeah.
Oh, cool. It was my first time to watch it, thanks to you, and so I was very, very thrilled to received it
Well,
and
I'm
then
glad that
watched
you
it. It was
liked it
great.
too. Yeah,
I did, very much so.
yeah.
And so let's see that. Go to the comments here. So I have a comment from Dave who's asking about have you seen Yao already? So yes, yes. Thanks to our dear friend Tanner, I saw it yesterday, and so it was really wonderful. I enjoyed it very much, and so and then we have other people here. Matthew, our dear friend, says hello. Mike from Los Angeles as well, and let's see here, Joshua, our dear friend Joshua is here. Clark is here, and awesome cup. So tell us about that cup, Tanner.
Well, I just like every time I watch The Exorcist, man, it was one of the first movies. Like, I think it just gets better every time I watch it, and it's really like. So in preparation for this, let me see what I got. My little. I got a stack of like 40 movies right here. So I don't know if you've seen this one, but Shudder is doing a really cool job with releasing like these little documentaries, and this is William Freakin on The Exorcist. So it's like a feature length documentary, and then in the special features it's got like a 90-minute like masterclass with William Freakin. And dude, this thing is like, I watched this the other night and it got me in like the Exorcist mood. It really got me, you know, hype. I'm even excited about I'm your basic horror fanboy. I'm excited about the new one coming out this year too. So
Oh yes, I heard about that.
yeah,
Yes, from David Gordon Green,
yeah,
who made some other films. The names escape me.
yeah.
What are they? They were called
Just a small franchise.
small. I'm. Of course, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Halloween.
Yeah,
Yes. So, what did you think of the Halloween films by him? By the way.
I thought like the la- I put out a video about the last one. It
Yeah.
could have been a tiny bit harsh on it, but I think it's going to be like I think it's going to be a lot like the Halloween 3, how people look at that now. So I think it's really anytime that somebody's going to bust out a Halloween movie, I think I'm just such a fan. I'm always going to see them. You know, like I was hanging out with my dad the other night, and I think on TV they were showing Midsummer, so we watched Midsummer, and then right after they put Halloween Resurrection on, which is, some people have some very strong feelings about Halloween Resurrection, Buster Rhymes and stuff like that. But it was nice to see a grown man equally appreciate Midsummer and then have a blast with
Oh,
Halloween
I'm so
Resurrection.
sorry, my dear friends. Yeah, this is my fault.
Hello, hello. Oh, do I have a stream now? Is this? Is this just the Tanner show? How are y'all doing? I don't know if I can't see any of the comments, but I hope you guys are doing well. I don't know. I don't know if you could see this or not, but I hope you're doing.
I'm back.
You're back.
Oh, thank you so much. You manned the ship while I.
I'm trying. Yeah.
Yes, my goodness, thank you so much. Yes, well done. So yes, I fell out of existence,
You're in
and
the
now I'm
void
back.
there.
Yes, I'm back. So
Yep.
yes, again, my apologies for my very poor Wi-Fi. I don't know what it is. I suppose it's maybe it's, I don't know, Pazuzu. I don't know, saying
I know.
don't
I
you
know.
know.
Yeah. My
Uh,
lights flickered and a whole bunch of weird stuff happened. Nobody saw it, but yeah.
okay, so yes, so we were talking about the Halloween films and the like, and then David Gordon Green is now coming back, right, with the new Exorcist film. What are some of your memories about the Exorcist, or some of the films overall? Could you share a little bit about that with us?
Oh yeah, yeah. So I was kind of late to the party with The Exorcist 3, which is getting a new I don't know if you heard, it's getting a new 4K coming up from
Oh, I
Scream
didn't hear.
Factory.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. That should be, I think that's either February or March. But so I think right around the sweet spot, like the director's cut or the version you've never seen was the first one. That was like the big release when I was a kid. So that was the
Mhm.
first time I ever saw it, and man, I just fell in love with it.
Mm.
It's so creepy. The violins and the soundtrack and the atmosphere. It's just great. Like I really
Oh my
recommend it to
goodness,
anybody.
what's going on? My Wi-Fi is terrible today.
Brother, no worries, dude.
Hmm, this is not good. Let's see. So sorry about this.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm so sorry about this. I'm trying to, let's see, not overburden my Wi-Fi. So let me just shut off all these things. My deepest apologies to everyone who's watching here again. I'm totally out of my element when it comes to these sorts of things. But
It's totally
uh,
okay.
thank you so much. All right, let me just, maybe that'll be better. Let's see if that's. I'm just trying to turn off everything to unburden the Wi-Fi here. So all right, so let's see. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. So now I kind of lost you in the middle of that. So let's pick it up again with uh what were you saying? So let's
It's
yeah,
okay.
thank you.
So
Thank you very
if
much.
I know, Jess, if I can, I don't know if I can convince anybody out there that, maybe you're not the biggest horror fan, or, it's just, if it's a little too scary, if you're going to see anything, like, please, for me, check out The Exorcist. Either version. I prefer the director's cut, which might be a hot take on that. But yeah, go see it. Go see it. Enjoy it. Turn the lights off. Make sure it's at nighttime. You know, cuddle with your dog or whatever you want to do. It's just a great, the performances. Um, yeah, and that'll get you ready. I don't know the Exorcist that's coming out later this year. I don't know if they're gonna have the sequels as canon or anything like that. But it might be a good time to just get caught up if you're interested in what's going on later this year with the reboot, or however you want to call it, the a requel. I don't. There's so many different
Oh
terms.
goodness. Is that a term now? Requel?
I don't.
Oh my
That's what they
goodness.
used in the
Wow.
Scream films. In the
Wow.
latest, they say requel. Yeah.
What does that mean?
So like a
Requel?
reboot slash sequel.
Huh? Okay. Okay, so
Yeah,
is that like Star Wars, The Force Awakens?
I would say yeah. I would
Okay.
agree. So it's a sequel slash reboot. Yeah, I would go with that.
Sequel slash reboot. Okay.
Yeah, because the latest. So what was it? Scream 5 that came out last year. It was just called Scream. So,
Yeah.
and I think this Exorcist film is going to just be called Exorcist. I'm a fan of tag. Like, just put a tagline,
Yeah. Like
just so you can differentiate.
Yeah, Exorcist 2023 or
Yeah,
something, or
like Halloween did Halloween H2O. You know, like do
yeah,
a little, just a little something, some.
yeah, or maybe add a letter Halloween or something. Yeah,
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 yeah.
I don't know, like they did with Terminator, right? They changed the spelling of
Oh,
Genesis or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
Genesis.
yeah,
Yeah,
Genesis, Genesis. So you can
yeah,
change the spelling of. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
yeah. But let me tell, I
So,
love those movies too. Speaking of the Terminator, like even the sequels that many people don't probably love, I still really like them. So I'm pro Terminator in this house.
and speaking of Terminator, have you seen the latest James Cameron film Avatar: Way
I
of Water?
I have not. I feel like I'm the only person on the planet. I haven't seen the first Avatar, actually. So I feel like I'm in the major minority on that, which I
Oh,
need
do you
to
have?
fix.
Oh, are you feeling the urge or desire to want to see either of those works, or not necessarily?
Yeah, I do. I do. I don't know if you get overwhelmed by like how many great, like amazing movies. Like I feel like I never have enough time in the day.
Yeah.
Like there's so many good, you can only kind of, like you'll read kind of what somebody posts, or you kind of get like the cliff notes of all these movies and you make a list. And but yeah, it's definitely on the list.
Oh, that's very cool. I have not yet seen the latest one.
I heard it was
So
good though. I heard it was really good.
yeah, me too. I heard it was a lot of it was very immersive. So
Yeah,
and it's a very it's quite a movie theater going experience. That's what people have been mentioning. So
yeah.
looking forward to it. So, but my dear friends, we are joined here by we are joined here in this. I was going to say studio, but it's not
Yeah,
a studio. It's just yeah. We're joined today live stream with our dear friend Tanner at the Horrible Show. So please, won't you check out his channel and subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. Again, just in case you don't know, he was so kind to send me this huge box of goodies and Starburst and Reese's peanut butter
oh
cups
yeah.
and oh my Jolly Ranch. Oh my goodness. And so I was just in seventh heaven. So thank you so much. Clark feels the same way. So great
Oh,
to see Tanner
thank
back
you,
on the
Clark.
channel.
Thank you.
Mike Eli says the Horrible Show in the flesh.
Thank
Long live the new flesh.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And yes, Dave also expresses the same thing. Thanks for giving those wonderful movies. I concur.
Yeah.
So I haven't yet seen X and Pearl yet, but I was hoping to give them a try. I guess this comes first. Oh no, this comes first. So give
Yeah.
this a try, and then I'll go from there. So again, I was really keen on seeing those two.
And
So
let me
thank
tell
you
you,
so much.
oh, you're welcome. Like have it's so much fun to like curate a stack of movies to give to somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's so like, even if I know, because you're so generous when it comes to like watching movies, like even if you don't necessarily like love the film, you'll tell people what you thought was interesting about it, and that's such a fair examination of it. So even that's my thing, if you find anything interesting in that stack, that's what makes it worth it.
Thank you so much. That's
Yeah.
very kind of you. You're so and also the Dario Argento book, which I didn't get a chance to read. I didn't know about that text, so you've given me something to read here. So thank you so much. Finn says hello and love the Exorcist mug. So cool. And Mondo, fantastic. So he's gonna head off, but he stopped by. Thank you so much, Mondo. It's great to see you. And Winslow is here as well. Baptiste Andre is here. Oh, great. So here's another one who discovered your channel. Well done. The channel's Horrible Show on YouTube. Let's as I go through the comments here, tell us a little bit about your channel for those who haven't yet seen the channel or who are new meeting you for the first time.
So yeah, my channel really is just kind of just my thoughts on a bunch of different films. I'm a big collector. I try to keep it um around like 80, my collection around like 80% horror, because I know I'll lose myself in like pickups if I keep on, if I branch off anymore. I think we all kind of have like a set of rules that we kind of go by. So it's really just a kind of deep dive into what I've been watching and what I've been into. And I'm a big fan of music too, so sometimes I'll write some silly songs in between, and that's a lot of fun too. It's just fun to be creative like that. So
Oh, that's really cool. Are you? Is it too much to ask for maybe a refrain or a bit of a chorus here, or maybe we'll save it for another day. I don't know.
you don't want to hear anything.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm so sorry. Here
No,
I
no,
am with
no.
my terrible interviewer skills. Pardon me. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. No worries.
No,
No worries.
it's
Maybe
going to be
another day.
way better for your soul if you don't hear anything.
Oh, but you are a talented, multi-talented musician, artist, and film lover extraordinaire, Tanner. So,
Quote, quote unquote.
and all-around nice guy. So here,
Oh,
Matthew
thank you.
asks. Here we go. Tanner, as a fan of Are You Afraid of the Dark, are you also familiar with Erie, Indiana?
Yeah, I've been on the hunt for, I think Erie, and I think it got it like a Region B or like a Region 2 DVD set, and that's been on my list to pick up. But yeah, and yeah, I remember growing up watching that as well. I was a big fan. Yeah. So a lot of the like Erie, Indiana, the Goosebumps, it's kind of like a Twilight Zone light for kids. I always thought that was pretty cool, like a good gateway into the horror genre.
Very cool. Thank you so much, Matthew.
Yeah, thank
And
you, man.
next, our dear friend Magnitude Rev is here. Just want to drop in and say hello to him. Hello. Winslow asks top three directors. You want to take this one?
Sure. Oh man. Top three.
Yeah.
So like, so it's kind of, there's some directors that I really love right now, but they don't have the quite the filmography on them yet. So we'll see like Ari Aster. He's coming out with his third movie, but that's like the one of the hot new ones that I like. But man, I love horror as horror goes. Big fan of John Carpenter. I think you can really dive into his filmography, and even if you can find at least one that you'll like love, like, and Dario Argento. I think he's got a string of films that you can dive into, and then just you'll have a good like 3 or 4 days where you'll just be like in giallo or fantasy heaven with those. It's great. And then probably like a Wes Craven. I think he's got some real different stuff going on in his filmography too. So I would say top three right there.
Wes Craven. I had you at Wes Craven.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Sorry about that.
No, 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 it's okay. But yeah, Wes Craven, because he's got such a like a kind of diverse. He's got like some of his early films are pretty extreme, like A Last House on the Left, like really extreme type of film. But then you have like People Under the Stairs, which I think is a really underrated movie too,
Yes.
and a lot of fun.
Yes, I agree. That is kind of like a horror action film in a
Absolutely.
manner of speaking. Yeah. So
Yeah.
and it's done very. It has a lot of surprises. Is why I agree. Well done. I like those choices.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
like those
Thank you.
choices. If you had to pick a few examples from those three directors, I mean, you've mentioned now Wes Craven, like Last House on the Left and People
Hmm.
Under the Stairs. What about the other two? So Argento and Carpenter. What would be some examples of films?
Oh, so Carpenter, it all. I think sometimes people can get a little burnt out by like They Live. If you, so I would recommend at least check out The Thing. Thing might be one of the, it's one of the greatest movies of all time. Like I remember the first time I watched it, you really don't know without spoiling anything. It's just about, it's like a shape shifting alien, and you don't know who is the thing, and it's unbelievable. Like even if I go through amount of time without watching it, and if you kind of forget what's going on next in the plot, you still kind of forget who the thing might be. So it's great. And I also recommend Prince of Darkness. I watched Prince of Darkness. Like, have you ever had a like a revisit a film and it's just like a really good revisit of something? You're like, man, that movie's a whole lot better than I thought it was. And it was just a
Yeah.
really good. I watched it probably like 2 weeks ago. It's just
Yeah.
great.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, it's so those are good choice for John Carpenter. Before you go to Argento, again, I'm not going to say be specific here, but here's my
Oh,
the thing impression here. So again,
okay.
I'm not going to. Okay, okay. So yeah, sorry there. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry about that. So
yeah.
Argento.
Argento, man. So he might be my favorite. I think it always kind of shifts. I think we all go through that, but I really like you can start with this first movie and then get to about opera, and if you want to branch out more than that, so that's a good. I hope I'm not too wrong with this, but maybe about a 10, 10, 15 year span, something like that. But you can't go wrong with that 10 or 15 years. His first, there's just all great. You get all different kinds of films in there, giallo and uh, suspenseful fantasy and stuff like that. Yeah, it's great. And to and to be specific, so the bird. If you want to start off with the bird with the crystal plumage, like if you're into Hitchcock, if you're into let's say if you haven't taken a step towards giallo before, I think it's this kind of stylized, not quite Agatha Christie, but there we go. I was trying to hold down the fort, brother.
Just keep going. Sorry about that. I'm going to drop in and out. It seems so. I apologize. So
It's
please
okay,
keep
man.
going. Yeah,
I
you
was trying
suddenly
to.
you come in like Agatha Christie and like all that stuff. So again, I apologize, my
It's
dear friends.
okay,
I
man.
apologize for this. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay. Yeah,
Again, as I say, it's maybe a combination of Pazuzu. Maybe you mentioned Prince of Darkness, or like maybe Alice Cooper is somewhere
I
in
know.
the
Yeah, he's
haunts.
he's
Maybe.
outside, man.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no! Don't say that. Oh no!
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah,
scared. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. If you know Prince of Darkness, yeah.
yeah.
Right. But I'm so sorry about that. I
It's okay.
interrupted. Please continue.
Oh no.
Argento, yes. So
So
Agatha Christie. So what film is this?
so I was really so I'm not the most eloquent speaker when it comes to giallo movies, but I would and I that one day I would like to pick your brain because I know you're a big fan of the Agatha Christie and kind of the adaptations of that type of work, and that's total blind spot for me. So I'd love to pick your brain, like which ones to watch first, like that. But yeah, just giallo. If you're into like a really hyper stylized Italian like mystery, I think, and if people like Hitchcock, like definitely check out Bird with the Crystal Plumage at least.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Bird with the Crystal Plumage. So you have the what? You have the Arrow release of that,
I do. I do. Yep.
the 4K, right?
Yep. Yeah, and that's a good one. And the cool thing, let's say um if people don't necessarily want to get the 4K of these films, like the Arrow limited edition Blu-ray sets are
Yeah.
really cheap right now. So if you're on the secondhand market, if you really like this film, if you're not 4K, you guys get on the look because you can get like a limited edition like secondhand for like $20 of the bird with the crystal plumage,
Oh, no
and
kidding.
it's
That's
it's a
great.
great deal. Yeah, man.
And that Blu-ray is really good. Yeah.
It's an amazing blue. Like
It's
it looks fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, well done. Well done. Oh, yeah. I totally concur. Uh, so, let's see. So great. So, Winslow, thank you so much for that. Gasper, no. Oh, hello. Favorite
Oh,
Criterion recent release dice case. So, I made a video at the
mhm.
end of 2022. So, like a week or 2 weeks ago, giving my top 5, top 10 favorite releases from 2022. So, those are the most recent ones that I've seen. So, you can check that out if you're interested. Thank you so much for the expressing an interest. Mike Eli, so kind as always. And yes, so again, my apologies for everyone. It's all my fault in terms of dropping in and out of again poor Wi-Fi. So just if I know it's probably going to happen again. So just keep on going. This is Tanner's. This is Tan. I'm glad to say this is Tanner's moment. So please again, please cover for me when I'm doing something in terms of my technical inabilities. So thank you so much. Okay, Tanner, here's a question. Want to take this one?
I have not seen Morbius yet. I definitely heard mixed things. Um, I'm trying to think how it needs Peter Vincent from Fright Night to make it a little bit better. You need to get some Peter Vincent in there. That's my only. But Morbius, was it really that? Was it bad, y'all? I'm usually, I know that's Morbius, that's Marvel, right? So I'm like a whole phase behind in my Marvel viewing. But I love the Marvel cinematic universe, but I'm a little behind for right now. And I know that was a Sony one, but
I saw Iron Man in the theater, so that's my
Iron Man is
and
great. It's a great movie.
yeah, with Jeff Bridges
Oh yeah.
and also the Spider-Man films because
Oh
my
yeah.
son is a big fan of Spider-Man. It's hard for me to like all these people are like, oh, I have no idea who these other characters are,
Yeah.
but the main storyline with Peter Parker and the friends. We were. And my son is a big fan of Spider-Man, so we went to see that, and it was a lot of fun. But
Oh yeah.
I haven't. I'm totally behind when it comes to Marvel movies, so I have to catch up.
And me too. I'm getting that way too. Like, um, but it's good. Like I need to make set some time, like make a day just to catch up. And the TV series too. I'm pretty bad with television series in general that I need to really work on. There's a big blind spot for me too.
That's part of it too, to watch the
Yeah.
TV series in order to then understand what happened in uh, what is it? What's the name of that film? Doctor Strange.
The
I'm gonna say
multiverse.
the I was gonna say the mystery of madness or something.
Yeah,
Okay, the
yeah.
multiverse of okay. Thank you so much. So, all right. So, okay, and then Baptiste, thank you so much for your understanding. Very kind of you. Oh, awesome. 50 says, love your output, but first time I've managed to catch one of your live streams from Brighton in the UK. Thank you so much. And what my deepest apologies again for the poor technical quality and Wi-Fi, lack of Wi-Fi sturdiness. So thanks for joining in. And also, oh yes, please check out Channer's. I was going to say Channer's channel, but I
Yeah.
mixed the two words. Tanner's channel. So yes, well done, well done.
And
Lancy
Daisuke,
is here. Yes, please.
oh, thank you. Hey man, I wanted to ask you about the I know you were on the radio, man. I know you were doing a radio show.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for asking. Yeah, I was invited as a guest in this small kind of 5 minute or less segment in the morning radio.
Dude, that's
It's a
awesome, man.
Yeah, it was. I was very thrilled to get the invitation from a friend and viewer of the channel, and so and really into the arts and they had a radio show spot in Japan, and so they had the opportunity to invite guests, and I was one of the people that they wanted to invite. So I not kindly, I very gladly said yes to their kind invitation, and so I went in, and it was a whole lot of fun. So I will be on the radio. I was on the radio last Friday morning, and I'll be on the radio I think again next Friday, or this coming
Nice.
Friday, and then also the following Friday. So two more times.
That's
So
awesome, man. So
yeah, I was
are you guys
very
just
thrilled.
talking film or
A whole bunch of stuff like
nice?
films and living in the States, living in Japan. Like, do I like Coke or Pepsi?
Oh yeah.
And talking about other movies like I don't know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Oh, okay.
like horror films and James Bond and all that. So it was a lot of
Nice.
fun, and Fishing with John and
Nice.
Tom Waits and all this. A lot of fun.
Okay.
So yeah, thanks so much for asking, my dear friend. That's very
Well, you're
kind of
welcome.
you. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
So you said the difference is like because I'm such a sheltered individual. I've never been outside the states, so I would love to know some of the. And I hope I'm, if it's not too much of a big thing, like some of the biggest differences between living in Japan and the states.
Probably one of the biggest things to get used to is maybe especially in a city like Tokyo,
Hmm.
space is somewhat limited, and so it it's there's it's uh, maybe housing is a little bit more cramped,
Hmm.
and also roads are a little bit narrower and the like, and also so in terms of space and population density. So that's probably one of the big things to keep in mind. But it's there are many other things that I think come up. I think one of the things too is sort of language and communication,
Hmm.
and sort of, let's say, I don't know, for lack of a better phrase, communication etiquette rules tend to be different as well.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's true basically in any place you go. Any place you go has its own set of communication etiquette rules. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, so that's probably but there are, I think, a lot of things to talk about as well with that.
I know
But
that's
maybe one
such a
day when you
big.
visit, yeah, one day when if you have the opportunity to visit
Oh man, I would love to.
Japan,
Oh man,
yeah, that would be
because
cool.
like even video game culture, and I really are you how do you feel about video game culture? Are you a quote unquote gamer? Do you?
Oh, so now my family has we are Nintendo Switch addicts. We
Yeah,
love the Nintendo Switch. My kids and I love to play the Nintendo Switch. Our favorite game at the moment is Splatoon 3.
yeah,
I
that's cool.
love that game. That's such a
Yeah,
I was a Splatoon 2 guy, and I thought
hmm,
I was pretty good at Splatoon 2. I would be like, I mean, I have two kids, and I would be like, kind of let them win, and just
yeah,
kind of be like,
yeah,
I'd
yeah,
win maybe like 80% of the time, but just let
yeah,
them
yeah,
win
yeah,
a little bit 20% of the time. It's
yeah,
Splatoon 2. Now the tables are turned. They have exceeded my own skill level in terms of Splatoonage.
yeah.
So they're much better than I am.
They have
And so
become the Jedi Masters. Yeah,
yes, for just yeah, the and I don't know what to say. I'm lost in the dust, and they're
yeah.
just yeah, it's amazing. So yes, I like the Nintendo Switch. What about you?
Oh yeah. So I was actually so sometimes I'll do the Audible, like the Amazon, the audiobooks, and I was listening to. So in the '90s, they had like the console wars. It was like the Sega Genesis
Yeah,
versus the Super Nintendo. I thought that book was awesome. If you guys can find it, Console Wars. I thought it was really interesting how they were kind of duking it out. It was almost like the WCW and then WWF
yeah.
in the '90s too. You know.
What were you? Were you one or the other, or was it?
So
I mean,
growing up, I had the Genesis. Me
okay.
and my brother, like, and I think that's kind of why like when I really got into movies afterwards, or like maybe around the same time, like the soundtracks too, man. Some of those video games had awesome soundtracks as well.
So Sega Genesis. So I was on the opposite side of that. I was a Nintendo. I was a.
Yeah,
I say what would have been. What's it? What is it? Super Nintendo.
Super
I was a
Nintendo.
Super. Yeah, I was a Super Nintendo person with like what is it? Legend of Zelda. What was it? Link to the
Yeah, yeah.
Past. I think it was.
Link
And
to the
then
Past. Yeah, yeah,
so, but I knew the appeal of Sega Genesis. That's for sure.
yeah.
So yeah, those are the days, huh?
I know. Yeah, and that's the
Yeah.
hard thing because like I try not to get too lost in nostalgia. That's good
Oh, it's
uh
good.
example too. Like you just dip your toes in. Don't but those books like that, I get a lot of joy from different books like that. It's cool
Oh,
to
very cool.
reminisce.
Very cool. Very cool. And we have a question here from Gustavo. Do you want to take this one?
I am not familiar with any Coffin Joe movies. Do you have any recommendations? I hear they're pretty I don't think extreme is the right word, but pretty like I don't know. I don't want to use extreme. If there's a lack of a better term, I'll say extreme. But But yeah, I don't know if there's any recommendations. I'd love to check them out. I know Synapse has a lot of the Coffin Joe movies out.
How about this one from Lonsi, our dear friend? Have you seen The Sadness yet?
Yeah, The Sadness is a brutal one. Have you seen that,
Not
Daisuke?
yet, not yet. I
It's
was talking with Jeff at Films at Home, and he mentioned this as well.
yeah,
So
the Sadness is good, man. And I'm a big fan of just the zombie movie in general. Like, and I think it was probably The Sadness is probably like the best in the last couple of years, at least the last 5 years. So yeah, I definitely recommend that. If you get a Raven Banner's got a great Blu-ray out for that, and of course I
okay,
think it's on Shutter. You can check
okay,
that out if you're a
okay,
streamer.
okay. I don't know if we have in Japan. I don't know if yeah, I don't have Shutter in Japan.
And
So
I think that's why I love that a lot of the Shutter originals they're putting out on physical, which
oh, is that
is
right? Okay,
yeah, yeah,
like
which is nice.
the Exorcist documentary you showed.
Yeah.
Okay,
So, and I think a lot of those are worth it. So that's a cool
okay,
thing about Shutter too. I'm sorry if y'all can
okay.
hear my dog over here. She's like, "What are you doing?"
uh, Not a problem. Not a problem at all. I'm a big dog lover here. So let's see. Here's some comments from William.
Mm,
I also mentioned Zé Moderno before, and also now William Tatum here, our dear friend, following up on Morbius. So and then here Gasper about first Criterion movie.
mm.
Do you want to take this one as well? Do you have any memories of Criterion Collection titles?
Yeah, I will say mostly your channel, good sir. I would say so. I think the first one I really fell in love with was the Carnival of Souls and the Carnival of Souls slash Rosemary Baby release of those two. But because man, they're just so good and they're amazing. So those are I think those were the first two that I picked up.
You still have the Rosemary's Baby Criterion Blu-ray?
Yep.
Okay, that's now out of print.
I know, I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Well done. Well
Yeah.
done.
And it's
That
sad
that's
because I think in the States, I think Paramount put out I think there's like a more affordable quote unquote uh copy to pick up of Rosemary's Baby, but it doesn't have any of the supplements on it, which is a bummer
oh, is
too.
that
Because
right?
that's
Oh,
yeah, yeah. So that's and I feel like that's why you like if you're gonna get a Criterion release, you're gonna get those good supplements on it.
yeah.
So
That's a good point.
yeah,
Uh, so that's great. Thank you so much, Gaspar Noé. Thank you. Omesh is here. Thank you so much. Nice to see you. And Stepan is here. Let's see. I have not.
me either.
Tanner, have you read this?
No, but I'm a big fan of Tarantino. I think I've seen everything that he's done. Yeah,
What are some of your favorites by him?
my my all time favorite is actually Inglorious Bastards. It's my favorite Tarantino movie. I think it's his best, like equal parts drama and comedy and horror. He's got a really good like Argento like hands of the killer shot when he's I think it's Diane. I can't remember her last name. Diane, not but there's a really good Kruger.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a really good shot, like Argento-esque shot in there too. But just the first 20 minutes of the movie are just you're sweating because it's so intense.
Yeah, that's a good choice. That's a really good choice. But yes, I know this book has come out recently, and I know it's gotten a lot of attention. Oh, there we have another special guest. Well done. Oh, isn't that nice? Want to say
That's Keats.
hello? Oh,
Yeah.
very cool. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm taking up Tanner's time, aren't I?
No,
I'm
it's all
sorry.
good. Yeah.
Let's
Yeah. So
see.
this is my life right here. Yeah, yeah.
Very cool.
We chilling. She tries to eat my face.
Very cool. Okay, so let's see. Next we have from greetings from Reykjavik, Iceland. So talking about Argento. So have you seen Dark Glasses yet? I have not.
I did. I did. I checked it out. I thought it was pretty good, man. I thought it was like I know it's hard to compare to the rest of his filmography. But it was really cool. So I think it was like 2 weeks before Halloween, Shutter will do like a preview screening. They won't tell you what it is, and I think it hit like October 1st. They hit like a midnight screening and showed Dark Glasses for the first time, and I was able to catch it on there. But yeah, very very cool. I thought it was very effective and definitely a return to form for him.
Cool, cool. I look forward to watching it. I'll try to order the physical media release. I know there have been maybe a couple or few maybe in Europe, but I'll try to get my hands on one of them.
Hmm.
I think there's also a release coming in the U.S. very soon. I think, but I'll try to
Yeah, I
get
believe
that.
it's hopefully. I think it's this month. It's
Is
coming
it
out.
okay?
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to check my. I'll have to go online and do a pre-order. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? I mean, Texas Chainsaw 4K, Martin,
I know.
um, and you mentioned Exorcist 3. Oh my, what am I? Oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I
I
know.
have no
I
idea what
know.
I'm. I don't know. It's oh my goodness,
I
physical
know. I got a
media. Wow.
I got a bunch of them pre-ordered, but it's good. I know you were saying if we're gonna mention the Four Flies on
Yes,
there,
please.
I know it's gonna you're gonna be able to get your hands on it, man. I really think because there's got to
Yeah.
be a standard edition coming out, or Arrow's gonna put it out.
Yeah,
Um,
I love that.
so
You've seen the film, right?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I think it's severely underrated when it comes
Yeah.
to um, his whole filmography. And I think there's some characters in it that that like I don't know how it's gone so long with I know Suspiria got remade or kind of like a reimagined. But I'm surprised a lot of his like earlier giallos haven't gotten remade or nobody's tried to do something because the characters in that one are pretty cool. Like the detective, such an interesting character in that.
Yeah, it's a very complex story, and it
Hmm.
kind of go. It's very surreal as well, and it
Hmm.
has some incredibly famous Argento shots. Very
Yep.
very famous. So I'm so glad you were able to get that. Yes, very very good.
Yeah,
Well
but
done.
I will say the Shameless release, the one that was kind of available before, that's there's that's a great release too. I remember because I watched that one for years. Um, so there's no shame in that game,
Yeah,
as it were.
yeah. That's such a great film. Four Flies. So here's my again. I'm so sorry. Four Flies on Grey Velvet.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, okay, sorry about that.
yeah.
So that's yeah. I don't want to say any more if you haven't seen it, but
And
uh,
with that scene, and I promise I won't spoil it, but like you keep on forgetting that I can't remember what it was either 71 or 72, maybe even 73 when it came
yeah,
out. Like
yeah,
that's a really ambitious kind of shot for
yeah,
back then,
yeah,
like
yeah,
that would have been all CGI today.
yeah, yeah. I just I wish I could have seen that in the theater.
I
And
know.
when it finished and the lights came up, you just feel like look around, like what did
Yeah.
I just see?
Yep.
Just what am I gonna do? That kind of disorienting feeling. I'm sure
Hmm.
people must have had in the theater. Oh my goodness!
Yep.
Oh, here we go. Omesh is also here. We go. Games here. So here's another games comment.
Oh, Tekken
Hold
Tag
on.
too. Tekken
Yes,
Tag, that was a big deal back in the day, man.
fantastic, and also Lon C as well. Here we go.
I was a big fan of the Turtles, the Hyperstone heist. I believe that was the Ninja Turtle and Streets of Rage 2. Those are my jams.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Ko-
great soundtracks.
Komodo is here as well. Fantastic. Also mentioning the sadness. Thank you, Komodo. It's always nice to see you. Here we go.
Oh, The
Another
Last
one
of
for
Us.
you.
So I'm trying to. That should be. That's probably dropping. What's today? The 15th. I think that comes out today. I don't know if they're gonna release the whole series, but I'm hearing like last week I was hearing amazing reviews on that. So yeah, I'll definitely check it out. My brother is a huge he loves those games. Like Die Hard, talking somebody that gets so excited about something that you just have to let them vent. He was on like a 45-minute like tirade of how much he loved it. You just got to like drink it in, you know.
Very cool.
So
Are you going to talk about it on your channel, you think, or are you just going to wait and see how you feel about it first?
I'll probably see if I get any, if it speaks to me in a certain way, I'll definitely give it a shot. Yeah, oh yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Oh, thank you so much, Dave. And okay, let's see. Jared is here. Hello. And Bing Tang Pang Lima asks, how do you organize your collection?
Well, first I think of the most chaotic way I could have it set up. My whole life is in, when it comes to the movies, in disarray. I think I just have them like not quite alphabetical, but by label for the most part. I
Mhm.
have, yeah, just by label. That's as much as I can keep it. I'm not a very organized person to begin with.
Oh, but that's okay. I think,
Oh
but
yeah,
label, I think, is a great way to deal with it. I think.
yeah, oh yeah,
So okay, and then uh, so that means like when you say label, like the arrows, the
hmm
vinegar syndrome stuff. Okay,
yeah.
very
Screen
nice.
Factory, yeah, yeah.
What?
All the,
Yes, Screen Fact. I love those. I love those very skinny blue cases, right? Or the
yeah.
from Screen. Yeah, those are great. I love those. Um, but all right, well done. Thank you so much. And Jared says, thank you very much, Jared, for the
Oh,
nice
thank you.
comment. Matthew Lock. Oh, Session Nine. Oh, have you seen Session Nine? This
Yes, I
film?
like Session 9.
Me
Yeah, I like it.
too.
Yeah, I always think it's was it is it it's David Caruso, right? That's who is.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Hold on.
yeah. It's always funny to always forget that he's the main character, and you always think of him as like the NCIS or CSI Miami or something like that. So it's always good to see David Caruso whenever you can.
And what was the name of the? Oh, I forget the show. Well, anyway, yes, you're right. So, Dave, well done, well done. Thank you so much for that, and hope you're well, Matthew. It's always nice to hear from Matthew.
And Second Sight's got a. They just released. I would say within the last year, the Session 9, which is nice. It's a pretty cool limited edition release.
You know your stuff. Well done. You know this better than I. Well done.
Oh,
Well done.
well, I just say that just in case, if people are looking up, if they're a big fan of the movie, I try to sprinkle in a little where you
Very
can
cool.
find them.
Very cool. Have you seen this film? Komodo asks. P. Mak, Thailand.
No, no, is it worth a watch?
I don't
So,
know either. Komodo, please let us know. I'd also like to know. I think it's maybe it's a recent film. When I say recent, maybe in the last 10 years or so. Please let me know.
Big Mom.
Oh, Mike, that's such an adorable. Nice.
and
Yes.
she was born deaf. So if you see me doing like some weird, I'm not throwing out like subliminal messages.
Oh wow, wow. Oh, lovely. So oh, see, I'm taking up so much of your time here.
Oh
So
no, no, no,
gosh.
man. But she knows that it's sunny out.
Oh, cool.
She's
Oh,
like, so
sorry
what we
about that.
doing? No, it's
Sorry
okay.
about that. We'll end soon, but just
Oh no, it's
stick around a
okay.
little bit more. Oh, cool. Thank you so much. So, have you seen the this latest one of the recent films from Verhoeven? I have not.
No, 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 no. So I think
Okay.
so. Paul Van Hove. I think just really like RoboCop, and
Yeah.
was it? Did he do Total Recall?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
So I don't think I've seen anything super recent from him, but I'm never opposed. Never opposed to
Okay.
it.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, once again, Bing Tang again. Oh yes, and here we go. Yes, you asked the question earlier about organizing the collections. You said greetings from Bali. How you organize the collection, and let maybe to take up the second question here. Do you usually buy titles in bulk?
It never starts like that. But it's just like so the other day I was kind of going through like not to just shout a non-affiliated there's a their Orbit DVD. They're a shop that's a couple states away from me. They got a great online thing. I'm like, oh, one of my big blind spots. I've never seen the Death Wish, the Charles Bronson. I haven't seen any of the Death Wish films, man. So it was like, oh, they got a used copy of the first one. They got a used copy of the second one. I'm like, well, if I got the first two, might as well pick up some more, and then it gets out of hand really quick, you know.
Have you seen Death Wish 3?
No, no, I haven't seen any of them. I
Oh,
haven't
okay, you
seen
haven't
any.
seen any of them. Oh,
Yeah,
oh, when you get to Death Wish 3, let me know.
I will.
That was a major film rental when
Yeah,
I was a kid. That was a huge one.
yeah.
Death Wish 3. It's my car. Oh, I shouldn't say. Yeah, sorry about that. I was doing a Death Wish 3. I was getting way ahead. I don't want to
No,
say
it's
anything
okay.
more. Sorry
Yeah,
about that. But anyway, Death Wish. Oh, so you got to let me know how you feel about those films.
I will. I will. And that's a
Very
big
cool.
thing. I'm trying to. I have so many blind spots, of the, like classic movies that I haven't seen that I'm trying to get myself together and either watch them while streaming or pick up like a good either a used copy or something like that. So that's been a big thing for me lately.
Very cool. Any discoveries along that side of your journey, by the
Oh yeah.
way?
Here, so let me peek into. And you mentioned this one. I don't know,
Oh,
the
cool.
other day. We got a kind of little bit of Blood Beach. So that it was
I
nice to
l-
hear.
I love that film. I didn't know you
Yeah,
have the DVD.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes me so happy with
So it
John
was
Saxon.
yeah, it was nice to hear that. I was like, oh man, he's talking about Blood Beach. Yeah. So, and let's see.
Oh, I
I
love
don't
that movie.
I don't know if any
Oh,
fans of One
yes,
Cut of the Dead out there. Man,
of
that's such a
course.
good movie.
I agree. Yeah.
Um. hmm. Oh, okay. I got one. Please don't. The ice is gonna break. Man, and if you have not watched The Dead Zone, like if you're a fan of Stephen King or David Cronenberg at all, please, for me, people out there, watch The Dead Zone. It'll make your life complete.
Yeah. To hear Christopher Walken talk about Ichabod Crane for the
Yeah,
first right.
yeah,
I want. I can't do. I was gonna do. I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah, I'm gonna embarrass myself. Not that I
yeah,
haven't done so already.
yeah.
But yeah, Christopher Walken. Yes, the ice is gonna burn. Yes, what a great film that's in Cronenberg. Yeah,
So good.
yeah,
Yeah,
I love that film.
yeah,
That's what is it? That's the Scream.
yeah. This is Scream
Yeah,
Factory release of
yeah,
that.
with the slipcover, right? I have that
Yeah,
too. That's great.
yeah. And
It's
there's
really wonderful.
if anybody out there, there's some other editions that you can buy that are a little bit more budget friendly for the first time watching. I recommend those too. It's all goodness.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very cool. You've seen *Malignant*?
I did. I did. At first I didn't know what to think of it. My mind, it was so mind blowingly uh, outrageous and entertaining. And I'm a big I'm a big popcorn horror guy. I'm a big fan of James Wan. I'm such a fanboy, just in general. It takes a lot for me to really dislike a certain movie. But yeah, anything that he puts out, I'm a fan of. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Stefan asks about what would you choose? There's
Okay.
some
If
advice
I
about what he should do. Yeah,
Okay, so I know this is strange, but if you have a standalone Blu-ray player, as in it's not like a video game system or like a PlayStation or something like that, what I did for the longest time is that the Region B Blu-rays, like let's say Arrow or like Eureka Masters of Cinema, really what you can do if you get a cheap, let's say get the cheapest Arrow Region B Blu-ray you can find and put it into your American Blu-ray player and then just keep on hitting the start and then start, stop, and then main menu buttons. And I will say 80% of the time it'll go straight to the menu and then it's no longer region locked. And I'm telling you, I did that for the longest time with my American Samsung player. The only 88 films was the only one that didn't work. So that's a hack.
wow, well done, well done.
Yeah.
So because these players can get quite pricey,
Yeah.
I think, and especially too with the 4K players as well. Those can get quite
hmm
pricey. So
Yeah, so
so
I
yeah.
figured like let's say if you do have like a video game system that does like the 4K, and then if you have an old Blu-ray player, I would say just try that because that could get you 80% of where you got to be,
Hmm.
without spending money.
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, Cinephiles 007 says hi. Hello. Here we go. Awesome 50 once again. What do you think?
Hellfest is cool. I think it was kind of like a hidden gem from that year that it came out. And I'm a big fan of like amusement park horror too. Like a good double bill Hellfest and then like Funhouse. You have a good
Oh,
time.
cool.
Yeah, the Toby Hooper Funhouse movie.
Yeah.
And then you got your night set. Get some popcorn, you're good to go.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. I think this was also mentioned in a previous discussion I had with Jeff. So, okay. Very cool indeed. I've seen Funhouse,
hmm
so I know that one very much. That has a 4K to 4K release as well, right?
It does. It
Yeah.
does.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
and
I
that
don't.
was that was recent, pretty recent release too.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but like a big proponent for me to I don't want to use the word upgrade because it's not I don't believe that's the right term for it. But I really need some extra like supplemental features. And I know you guys spoke about this. You spoke about this with Jeff too. Um if I'm going to get a 4K release of a movie, I'm a big fan of like I'm going to need the supplements to kind of pull me over the edge to pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm especially because they're quite pricey,
Yeah,
and more often than not, there will be titles that might already have a really high quality, maybe DVD or Blu-ray release already. So
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm totally with you. There needs to be some kind of incentive,
Yeah.
some sort. Maybe you really love the movie,
hmm
or it's something of this, or maybe something that brings you to it. I tend to agree. Although that can mean many different things. It doesn't. It can mean supplements. It doesn't always have to mean supplements.
Yeah.
So it can mean many different things. So
Oh,
well said.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And let's see here. More Verhoeven, Black Book.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And oh yes, awesome 50 again. Dead Zone on VHS. Well done.
It's good.
Well done. And thank you so much for sending me that VHS tape of Dawn of the Dead, by the way.
Absolutely, man.
I saw the
Absolutely.
back in the corner. It said, it's in the other room. But it said duplicated in EP mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so cool. That's so
You're
cool.
like,
I love that.
Why is this so light? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, because like the first VHSs, like the first run, those things were like bricks, man.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Oh, I love it. EP mode all the way. I'm told that's okay with me.
I
That's
know.
okay with me. So you got to get a recording stuff off of TV, and you had to get the most bang for your buck with those VHS tapes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it was it
All the
two? Yeah,
Halloweens, like
exactly,
1, 2, and 3 off of television. I remember growing up.
exactly. Whatever, 6 hours on EP. That's a big
Yep.
deal.
Yep.
Which you can stretch out if you try to get the record without the commercials.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah,
were the king, man. If you had a good like at home tape setup, you were
yeah.
good to go.
Yeah, those are the days. Those are
I
the
know.
days. Yeah. Yes, Mike also recommends the Death Wish series.
Yeah.
Charles,
Yeah.
Charles
I know. And,
Bronson.
and it's just little things like that. Like people ask you like, "Oh, you've never seen this?" So it's definitely looking forward to it.
Very cool. Komodo comes back about PMUC from 2013, who asked, "Have you seen it before?" Well done. Thank you so much for this. A perfect combination of horror and comedy. Very moving.
Amazing.
Must be fantastic. And also adding to Death Wish 3, or more Death Wish 3
Really?
comments. Oh, here we go. What can you say about this?
I'm trying to think though. I think they've already was it Groundskeeper Willie as Freddy Krueger was in one
Yeah,
of the
that's right.
Treehouse of Horrors.
Yeah.
I don't think I could top that. You know, yeah, I don't think
Uh,
I could top that.
yeah, you've mastered a live, or you've mastered a, what is it? You've mastered a dead tongue, but can you handle a live? That's that one.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, and like, was it Martin is talking about? He's trying to um, conjugate the verb to die
yeah,
in Latin. Yeah, yeah, I remember that. A maximum charisma, Maurice, who I forget it. Yeah, so that was one. There were some others too, like the one with the zombies attacking Springfield.
yeah.
Is this the end of zombie Shakespeare? And let's see, was Tron the Tron one? Was that, or not Tron one? The one where he finds it like a different dimension in the wall, and he's trying to explain it to everyone, and he says, has anyone seen the movie Tron? And everyone's like, no, 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 no. I think Chief Wiggum says yes. I mean no. So there's one. You know, there's so many here. I'm so sorry. Are we? Is this almost time to go for a walk, or are we okay
I'm so,
for a few minutes?
I'm
No,
so
no, no, no.
sorry.
Don't need no apologies. No problem. No problem.
Well, here I might just. Do y'all mind if I just give her a treat real quick? I think that's what she really
No, no.
wants.
Of course
Just.
not. Of
All right,
course. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
No problem. Take your time, my friend. And in the meantime, thank you so much to all. Again, my apologies for the glitches and the like. I'm trying something new with this. It's I haven't used this before, but I just wanted to give it a try. And all the technical glitches are all on my side. And my apologies,
Good,
but
good.
thank you so much. Thank you.
I think I bought us some
Uh,
time.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. But again, no worries. You need to, if you need to run, that's not a problem. Let me know. I'm okay for a little bit more as well. So let's keep going. Fantastic. Okay, so let's see. Um, Bobby Lee mentions late phases.
Mm.
So okay, great throwback to '80s werewolf films. Silver Bullet vibe.
And
Very cool.
I just watched Silver Bullet for the first time.
Oh,
Probably like
really?
yeah, the probably last month. Yep.
What did you think?
I thought it was a lot of fun, man. I'm pro Gary Busey too. Like, I think he was. I thought it like super charming in that movie too. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Sometimes you forget about Gary Busey. He's pretty good, man.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really
Yeah.
good. What are some werewolf movies that you would recommend?
Mm. Um, of course, American Werewolf in London. Um, the first Ginger Snaps is always good.
Mm,
The original though, the Wolfman. Like if you love your Universal horror, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein is a you know good segue if you want to get some good funny Wolfman vibes.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Let's see. I would also throw in there um, Howling Five.
I haven't seen the Howling Five.
Okay, okay. If I don't know, I don't know if it's hard to get now. Howling Five is a great. It's almost like a whodunit mystery.
Really?
Like,
Was it?
yeah,
Is
it's
it?
like set in the castle. I think that's one. Howling Five is one set in the castle. It's basically like who in the group is the werewolf. That kind of. It's really cool. It's really cool. Yeah,
Because I'm trying to think. Because like two sisters a werewolf,
yeah,
three marsupials.
yeah.
Which one of them's reborn. I'm trying to remember
I think
the
it's four. I think.
okay.
Yeah,
But see, those
yeah,
are like recommendations like that are so great because they're really under the radar.
yeah. I still hum the theme song to Howling Five to this day. I don't know why. Like ever since I haven't seen it in the longest time, but I still hum the theme song to
But
Howling. I don't know why. I have no idea why I remember the theme song to Howling, but I do. It's so cool. It's such a cool movie.
but dude, that's
Yeah,
so cool because the director right now of the Howling Five just felt like positive energy. Like that's he felt it in his bones. He's like, somebody's talking about the Howling Five. It's gonna
it's
be a good
so
day.
great. Oh, it's
Yeah.
so great. It's so great. So we're werewolf movies, but okay, we're on a roll here. So let's see. Okay,
Mm,
Oh, thank you. Yes. So I don't have the 4K release of this. I have the Blu-ray release of this.
mm.
Seen it many times. This is such a great movie. Walter Matthau and Robert Shaw. Oh,
This is I haven't seen
Martin
this one.
Balsam. Oh, it's so good. It's
Yeah,
so good.
yeah, yeah.
It's so cool. It's got that kind of. I mean, it's New York. Uh, New York. I mean, it's New York trains. It has that city vibe,
Yeah.
and it's this kind of cops and robbers type of feel. Oh,
Okay.
kind of. It has that kind of feel to it. I know it's a little bit of a different dynamic, but very cool indeed. Very cool. Oh, okay. So what about this? So do you know about the Sight and Sound list at the end of 2022?
No.
And it happens every 10 years,
Uh-huh.
and they have a bunch of critics and members of the film industry, the critics industry, from all over the world, and they have each of these people submit their list of their favorite films, and then they tally up all the results and they create this super list, which
Mm,
was published. They published it in 2012 and then previously in 2002. So every 10 years, and so the most recent one came at the tail end of 2022, around the beginning of December, I think
mm,
2022. And in previous lists, you'd have films like, oh, Citizen Kane was the number one film, or
yeah.
Vertigo was the number one film.
Mm,
This time around, we have this film called Jeanne Dielman, 23 Quai du Commerce, 1080 Bruxelles, which is a film by Chantal Ackerman, which is now the number one film according to this list. So have you seen this or not yet?
no, no, but I'm getting a lot of recommendations, man.
Yeah, it's in the Criterion collection,
Okay.
so it's worth checking out if you have the other. It's a very complex work, really interesting. But if you
And
have a chance to check it out, please
do
let
you
me
have a
know. Yes,
video on it?
I have a video talking a little bit about it. I have
Okay.
never spoken specifically about it
Just
yet.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting, but and it's a very interesting selection in terms of topping that list. That's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yes, Inframagine, picking up on our VCR VHS discussion. Yeah, yeah, tracking problems. Yes, with
Yeah.
EP. Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally understand. Totally understand. But that's the way it goes. So let's see here. Oh, Omesh, picking up on your comment about organization.
Mm.
I
That
organize my Blu-rays on by overall directorial feel. Huh. Feel. What is that?
that's
Wow,
pretty
that's
cool.
really interesting. What does that mean? That's why I'm fascinated. What does that mean? So, like, what would be on the first shelf? Directorial feel.
You
Like,
can get like all your Spielberg movies and then like all the people that tried to like be do the Spielberg thing afterwards, different types of I don't know, because I guess it does like I don't know. Let me see if I can find. I kind of pick one out that kind of gave me other director feels here.
how would that work? Wow.
So
Like
this is a movie
feel.
called Evil Dead Trap,
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a
and
great
this
movie.
movie, like
Yeah.
it kind of feels like almost like a Fulci Argento in some spots. So maybe
Yeah.
maybe something like that. That's why I bring it up. Maybe that would be in the like the Fulci section, maybe, or the Italian horror esque section.
Yeah. I love that film, Evil Death Trap. That's great. That's a I have a Japanese release of that, but that's a Blu-ray, right?
Yeah, it's a wild movie, man.
It is wild. It's
It's
very
fun.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
slasher giallo Japanese horror film.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fun.
amazing,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely amazing. Oh, well done, Omesh. Well done. You've given us much food for thought here. Directorial
Yeah.
feel. Interesting. Oh, awesome. 50 continues.
Man, I would love to. I would love to have a Laserdisc collection. There's a uh Japanese Dawn of the Dead Laserdisc,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Ultimate Edition that I look on eBay all the time. I'm like, I'm never gonna buy you, but I'm looking at you, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yes, the
Yeah.
Criterion Halloween. It's a really classic release. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
And
mentioned.
just Laserdisc in general, man. Like the pre, like I know they were around the same time as DVDs, but like when the Laserdisc Night of the Living Dead came out, the Elite,
Yeah.
like they were the like and Terminator 2, they were
Mm,
the elite like ways to watch them, man.
yeah. It had a pretty. It had a pretty. I mean, overall, it was VHS, which had, of course, I think the abundance of the market of home media
Hmm.
consumption over Laserdiscs. So, and that's in terms of price point, et cetera, and size and machinery, of course.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's a really, oh gosh, it's such a classic format.
yeah.
Bobby Lee, thank you so much. Wow.
Brotherhood of the Wolf, yeah.
Oh, here we go, Seth. Very cool. Gary Busey, yes, yes, fantastic.
Point Break, yeah. And I watched Lost Highway when it first. There was the first watch for me when the Criterion release came out. So
Oh, cool.
that was a wild ride.
Yeah. What did you think?
I thought it was fantastic. I really
Really
did.
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a pretty. That's like, uh, okay. Wow, that kind of film. Yeah, it's amazing.
And
Yeah.
there was some legit creep out moments. Like I feel a little creepy right now,
Yeah.
but which is good, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and Gary Busey's in that as well. You're absolutely right.
Hmm.
So, well done, Seth. It's nice to see you. Okay, here we go. Lawn Seed continues. What about this?
Man,
I mean, you did
it's like
mention Evil Death Trap. I don't know if it's going to go on your top three, but what would you say?
mm, that's like asking who your favorite parent is. Um, you know, like so for some reason, I don't think it's the best movie, but I love the original Shutter. I think it's so creepy. So I'll go original Shutter, Audition, original Shutter, Audition. You could throw Cure in there. You could throw uh, Ring in there. One Missed Call. I'll go Ring. I'll go Ring in there. And that's not even like because Old Boy is more like action thrillery, but there's just so much.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Oh boy, there are some horror elements to it. Yes, I understand. Or
yeah,
one could say there, but yeah, okay, yeah, well done. Yes,
yeah. Adjacent horror, adjacent, I guess.
very cool.
Yeah,
Horror Jason, I like that. I like that.
yeah.
Well done. Oh, cool. Like talking about theme songs. About I was humming Halloween 5. Talking about Terminator 2. Yeah,
So good, so good.
yeah. I remember. I remember there was I think it was McDonald's Happy Meals. I think it was Happy Meals. I forget. They were having. Uh, they had toys for the Steve. You mentioned Steven Spielberg. They had, I think, toys. I hope I get this right.
Uh huh,
Toys for the movie Hook
uh
with
huh,
Robin Williams and
uh
Dustin
huh.
Hoffman
Great
and
movie.
Julia Roberts,
Hmm.
and Bob Hoskins. And so there's Hook, and they had toys for Hook. But the commercial on TV, and I was living at the States, I think at the time, they had like boys playing with, and they'd be saying playing with Hook toys, but
Uh
they'd
huh.
be saying it in like Terminator 2, be like "Hasta la vista, Hook," and you think like that always stuck with me. I was like, you know, I mean, there's, I mean, you're saying essentially that Terminator 2 is the cooler film. You know what I mean? That's what you're saying right there. I don't know
Yeah,
if that's what you want to be saying in the commercial, but
yeah.
yeah, so that was a. I hope I got that right. Maybe does is anyone else remember that commercial? I don't know, but
And I don't
uh,
know, maybe anybody if they saw. So Terminator 2 was like the perfect like. So I remember being like a pretty young kid and always thinking that running like this with your hands out, you would run faster. So there was like a 4 year period of my life that like I thought it was fast because I ran like the T1000.
yeah. Oh my goodness, that was and like I don't know, the scene with the milk. You know,
I know. Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow, wow, it was
What's wrong with
incredible.
Wolfie?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. uh, So, oh my goodness, and uh, was it? Why'd you cry?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
goodness. Yeah, it was so cool, and it had the perfect way to cap that. It was perfect.
yeah.
That was great.
Like that. And I
Absolutely
don't know
great.
if you've like ever have you ever seen the Street Fighter movie, the
Oh yeah,
first?
yeah.
Yeah,
Of course.
I
Yes,
used to
yes.
always do the sideways thumbs up, like this one was T2 going into the fire, and then that one was Street Fighter. Like
Oh my
many
goodness.
years just doing that.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Yes, of course. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my
yeah,
goodness. That's amazing. That's
yeah,
absolutely amazing. Yeah. So, T2. Yes, Mike Eli, we're with you, my friend.
yeah.
Yes. Oh, cool. Here we go. Information. I think picking up on the werewolf.
Mm,
Very cool. Very cool. And also Bobby Lee too.
mm.
Thank you. Oh, here we go. Let's another question. What do you think? I don't know about. I know I've heard about the recent Twilight Zone series, but I haven't seen it to be perfectly honest. So
Yeah, and really, I kind of feel I could have been one of the people that kind of made it fail because I didn't really reach out and check it out.
okay, okay.
But I think there'll always be. So that was the third, either the third or fourth kind of like reboot of the Twilight Zone. So I don't think you can ever really kill it, which is amazing. Like, you can't take that away from pop culture. So I think it's always going to be around, which is nice. And Black Mirror is you got to be ready to watch episode of Black Mirror. Then my
Really?
dad's big. Yeah, it's
Okay,
pretty intense, man. So
okay.
it's almost like an episode of Tales from the Crypt, as in like content wise, and like turned up with like a technology, like an extra, like a little dash of like technological paranoia in
Oh,
there.
cool. I'll have to
Yeah,
check. I haven't seen Black Mirror either, so
yeah, it's pretty
very
cool, man.
cool.
Yeah,
Is it okay? Are
yeah.
you fan? So you're a fan also of the Twilight Zone?
Oh, love it. Yeah, I love it.
Oh, cool. What were some
Yeah.
of your favorite episodes?
So to serve man is
Yeah.
like I feel like I say that to like my dad all the time. I'm like, it's a cookbook.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a great one. Yes, it's
Yeah.
Richard Keel, right? Who is also very famous as like Jaws in the James Bond movies.
Yeah.
I love his performance. And with the voiceover, right?
Yeah.
I can't do. I can't. You have to do it without moving your lips.
Yeah.
We can't. I can't do it. I just have to move my lips. But that's a great one. Also, what were some other great ones like
Uh the
uh,
the monster, I think it's the monsters do
Monsters Are Due on
Maple
Maple Street?
Maple
Yes,
Street. Yeah.
yes.
That's
And
good paranoia.
Will the Real Martian Please Stand Up?
Yep.
Or uh, gosh, oh, so many.
And
Uh,
and you get so many different actors that like you'll get your Shatner on there, and you'll get your
yes,
Burgess Meredith, and
yes,
just a lot of other like people that you don't think you would expect to see on
yes.
that. And it's a fun kind of trek down old school Hollywood.
Totally agree. Well done.
And I got
Okay.
to thank
Oh,
Stephen King for that too, because I think, what is it, Richard Matheson, like was a big writer of a lot of the Twilight Zone. And I think Stephen King always used to talk about it. Like if I was reading a Stephen King book or something, he would always be like, "Oh, Richard Matheson's the best."
very
So then
cool.
I'd go to like check out which Twilight Zone episodes that he wrote.
Very cool. Thank you. So, here we go. So more love for our dear friend Omesh and the directorial feel. Well done. Well
I'd love
done.
to
So
see
much.
that. I'd love to see what he's Pulse is so good. The
Yeah.
dance, bro. So I legitly creepy.
Well done. Okay. Imagine. Here we go. I organize my discs by genre, but chronologically within each genre
Mm,
and alphabetically within each year. Those sequels go together, and location of hybrid genres and mixed box sets are up to my whims. Wow, that's amazing.
mm.
That's great. That's very well organized. I admire that very much. Oh, Omesh, again with another question. Do you want to take this one as well?
I
First
don't.
time watches of the year
I
so
gotta
far.
see what. I don't know if I've seen any movies from this year yet. I know I wanted to go see Megan because I heard surprisingly great things about it, but I don't think I've seen anything. I think the last movie I saw was still 2022 was The Silent Night. It was kind of like the like Santa meets Die Hard. It was pretty
Mhm.
cool. It was pretty fun.
Okay. Oh, cool. And it maybe doesn't have to necessarily be a 2023 film.
Mm.
But what and first time watches so far this year or not yet?
So let me see. Have you seen that movie Burial Ground?
Oh, Barry Ground. Yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
watched that for the
Oh,
first time.
cool. Oh,
I thought that
wow.
was extremely entertaining.
Yeah, yeah. That's a wild one. Yeah,
And that's like a for anybody who hasn't seen it, it's kind of like a Italian
yeah,
zombie, just overall it's like really weird and strange, like
yeah,
cult movie. And
yeah.
it's a lot of fun. But and you can stream it. If you find it, it's out there on the internet. So
Oh,
that's
that's
a fun one.
such.
There's a
Yeah,
there's a guy that's like, I swear he's older than me playing a child. That's blows
yeah. That's
blows.
probably the one of the really kind of that subplot is pretty creepy. Yeah.
It really is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Very cool. Burial Ground. So that was a first
there,
time watch. Oh,
yeah, I
cool.
picked up the Blu-ray and I gave it a spin, man, and it was well worth the price of admission on that.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Very cool. I think I'll have to say again, Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I saw yesterday. So
I know.
that's
Yeah,
really, really quite lovely.
and see, I'd love to see what they kind of have scheduled for the future, man, because I think they're a great directorial team, the Daniels.
Daniels, right? I'd
Yeah,
never known about. Well, it was what Swiss Army Man.
yeah,
I didn't put that together until I was looking up a little bit about them after I'd seen the film yesterday.
yeah. Neither.
So that's
So
very interesting.
it was weird because one of my favorite bands is a band called is a rock band called Manchester Orchestra, and I don't know if
Yes.
anybody's ever heard of them, but I'm telling you, it was probably like 10 or 15 years ago that for one of their
Hmm.
songs, and it was really like something that I'd never seen before. And it's a cool video if you like the movie, that's a cool. If you
Oh,
want to
very
see
cool.
kind of like where they started off, that thing was blowing my mind when it first came out.
Oh, very cool. Very
Yeah,
cool. Thank you so much. Oh, here we go. Bobby Leak mentions. Oh, yes. This is what's your name? Jeanette Goldstein, right?
yeah, and Near
Yes,
Dark. She was in Near
that's
Dark
right.
too.
That's right.
Yeah.
And also, she's in like Titanic, and she's in
Hmm.
also a very small role.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And you're right. Well done. Well done. Yes.
And Aliens, man. I could
Yeah.
talk about Aliens all day, every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Like what was it? Um, I mean, I did the aliens thing with you last time we spoke, right?
Yeah.
Right. You know, Gorman and Vasquez, right? With
Yeah, yeah.
no,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna have my hand on him. No, I'm gonna no me, no me. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, Gorman. Yeah. Oh, did I lose you again? Oh no.
Oh
Oh
no,
no.
I'm
My
oh, there we go. But I don't know if you guys can still hear me, but thank you for for being so nice and being so cool in the chat. I really appreciate it, y'all. Um yeah, I think I see him. See.
let's see. All right.
All right. So let me see what I got over here. All right. So you guys, so any of the horror fans out there, you guys pumped? I know probably my most anticipated movie this year is a little movie called Evil Dead Rise, and I don't know if I'm gonna try to sell you on Evil Dead Rise right now. So I got a little. These movies are by Lamberto Bava, and Lamberto Bava made these two movies in the '80s called Demons and Demons Two, and Demons Two is kind of what I hope Evil Dead Rise will be. I'm sorry, I'm telling them about my most anticipated.
Oh,
movie,
the evil. Yes, yes, yes,
Evil Dead Rise, and I'm
yes.
hoping it's going to be like Demons 2 or Demons 2 esque. You
Oh,
know.
very cool. Very cool. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for manning the ship while I again fell. I guess maybe the Wi-Fi gods. I was making fun of Gorman from Aliens, I think, and they didn't like that.
Yeah.
I said, so we have some Gorman fans in the Wi-Fi
Yeah.
gods universe, I suppose. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like Gorman.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really like Gorman.
Yeah. It just
Yeah.
wanted me to talk about the Necronomicon too. So
Cool. Very
you
cool.
know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. So
To
let's
get
see.
some
So
spread its
yeah,
uh demon networking.
very nice. Very nice. Oh, awesome. 50 continues here. So, again, more praise for Omesh, our dear friend. And you say here, I tend to classify by label. Okay, so much like you, Tanner, or
Yeah.
genre, as I have 3D Blu ray section. Oh, that's true. Do you have any 3D Blu rays in your collection, Tanner?
I'm trying to think. I think the only one that I have is the Friday the 13th part 3 is
Oh,
the only
cool.
one.
Oh, the one where like let's juggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, oh, oh,
Yo
you're
yo.
making popcorn. Yeah, oh, here, I'll do. Yeah, like yeah, this is,
Yeah.
and then you get like popcorn and
Yep.
juggling, and all of a sudden, like, oh, like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
and happy belated Friday the 13th. We had one I had to celebrate with a couple of Jason films on Friday. So
Oh,
that was
that's right. Yes, it was
yeah.
Friday the 13th this past Friday. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right. Yes. What's your favorite Friday the 13th movie?
Oh man.
I think
I
we've
will
talked a little bit about this before, but
probably like final chapter, I will say.
yeah.
But I think I watched A New Beginning and then Jason Lives on Friday. That's what I watched though.
Oh, very cool. Very,
Yeah.
very cool indeed. Yes. Yes. I am a big fan of The New Beginning. Big fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love A New
It's
Beginning.
it's so sleazy and funny and you know, it's just a good time
Amazing.
watch.
Amazing. And I love the final chapter. Um, I love my what I think one of my favorite scenes ever is the scene with the hitchhiker and the banana.
I know, like
Yeah,
poor
it's amazing. Amazing
yeah,
scene. Amazing scene. But yes,
because I was
Friday the
trying to
13th Love. Yeah, it's wonderful. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah.
it's but I was like the formula of like every 8 minutes there's got to be like a kill
Yeah. It's
is
amazing.
it leads to some great like just random people being thrown into the movie, you know.
It's amazing, absolutely
Yeah.
amazing. And I think they managed to find her to be interviewed for the making of documentary. It was
Yeah.
amazing. It was
Yeah.
fantastic. Talking
Yep.
about like working with Tom Savini and all this. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so cool. Yeah. Oh, well done, well done. So here we go. Well, let's see. Here we go. Oh, I haven't seen Decision to Leave yet.
Me
This is
either.
on my radar. I need to see it, but haven't been able to see it yet. Oh, very
Yeah.
cool. All right, let's see. Aliens. Yes. Walking this.
Mm.
Oh, here. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Twilight Zone. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, very good. Yes. The Twilight Zone. Excellent. Yeah. Absolute man. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. Yes. More. Yes. Twilight Zone. Yes. Yes. Mirror Image. Yes. That's right.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Freaky. Yes. Really scary. There's also one 22. I don't know if anyone knows 22. That was a
Hmm.
scary one. Oh, yes. Nightmares and Dreamscapes. I remember this. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. Very good.
Oh,
Let's see.
you like Silent Night too? Yeah. That
Let's see.
Smile was my number one of last year. So that was a good one.
Okay. Oh, I'm back. No worries. Yes. Is are you saying that in your are there any Star Wars fans out there like your Darth Vader voice?
No.
No. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
so great.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
And
Let's see.
I don't know if I mentioned you. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm so loud, dude. If I'm loud to the
No
chat or
problem.
anybody. Um, but I've watched the like original Star Wars for the first time a little while ago. I had
So for the
never. It's
first
getting
time,
hard.
wow.
Well, it's getting harder and harder to watch the. I don't want to call them like the remastered. The
Oh, I see. I get. Yeah, you've seen Star Wars, but it was that version that you'd seen for the first time.
always, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha. Okay.
so it was nice to see it kind of how and I have no dog in the fight. I know that's a kind of a big like how to take in your own Star Wars content, but I thought it
Yeah.
was really charming to watch him without some of the extra stuff added. And nothing against Lucas, he obviously knows what he's doing, but yeah, it was just a fun experience to see how they theatrically were released.
Yeah, I remember seeing the special editions when they were released in the theaters in the
Me
late
too. I remember.
'90s. Yeah,
Yep. Me too. I remember
yeah,
that was one of the first, like, I think it was like Mortal Kombat and then like A New Hope when it came out were like the first couple I remember seeing
yeah.
in
I remember
theaters.
the line. I remember the line when Han Solo sees Jabba the Hutt, and he says, "Next time you want to see me, Jabba, come see me yourself."
Uh huh.
Right? Remember that
Yep.
scene in right in the hangar bay there, and he
Uh huh.
says Han Solo says to Jabba, "Next time you," because this is after the thing with Greedo, and he
Yeah.
says to Jabba, he says, "Next time you want to come see me, Jabba, come see me yourself." But that's what he's doing. Jabba's
Yeah.
right there. He's That's what he's doing. So yeah, right. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, but
Oh
it's a
no.
great film. I love it. It's great.
Oh yeah.
What am I saying? Yeah. So let's see here. Oh yes, demons. Yes, yes. That's sort of what a really like the thing with the
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
freaky stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. And some of the
yeah,
best creature effects, man. I
yeah,
thought they were
yeah,
so like the green. Oh, it's
yeah.
gross. It was
It
so
is
good.
gross. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good. Well done. Well done. Oh, sucked. Thank you so much here. Yes. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. This will go towards a Blu-ray release. Thank you. And again, sick. Yes. And also love for Demons 2. The soundtrack is awesome. Well done.
Oh yeah.
Let's
And I have to
see.
check out Sick. I think that just came out. Like just came out.
How many combat? Okay. How many combat drop? Yes, okay.
Uh
So this is aliens. Aliens reference.
simulated.
Yes. And this is Hicks, right?
Well, somebody wake up, Hicks.
Yeah. Where's the pound? Where's the pound? Oh, yes, yes. Oh gosh. Was it Hudson? Come here. Come here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
And I feel like I
Uh,
tell people to stay frosty way more than I probably should.
no, that's wonderful. Ah, what a film that is. Yeah. Yeah. They right. I don't want to do nude. Mostly
Yeah,
come out of
yeah.
yeah. And like Ripley. Casey can't talk because she's a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Affirmative. Yeah.
And it like
And they lived happily ever after, kind of. I don't know. I shouldn't say it, but anyway.
yeah.
Okay.
I know. I know.
So anyway, yeah, don't want to get into that conversation. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Yes, love how confident Tanner can take over the show on his own as soon as Daisuke gets technical problems.
Oh,
Would
thank you.
get super nervous. Oh, really? No. Tanner's like this is great. This is great. Again, you're doing me a great service here. Oh,
It
cool.
it always reminds me of like have you seen I think it's either Wayne's World 1 or Wayne's World 2 where Garth or Wayne leaves the show and it's just Garth. He doesn't know what to do. It always
Oh
reminds me
gosh,
of that. But
I love that. Wayne's World. Yeah, I saw Wayne's World in the theater.
so good.
Uh, Amazing. Oh, here we go. More Friday the 13th love here. Friday the 13th final chapter rules. Watch that. And Jason X.
Yeah.
Wow, my wife absolutely loves Jason X. Wow.
It is
Holy
fun,
crap.
man.
It is,
That was
yes.
one of the my mom used to take me and my brother to the movies and then leave because she never wanted to watch any of them. So,
Yeah.
like Halloween H2O and Jason X, I was lucky enough to see. You
That
know?
was like the one where it's like the what is it, the liquid oxygen or something, and then blah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And then David Cronenberg as well. Yeah.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just makes
Yeah,
an
I know.
appearance.
Yeah. It's like, man, gosh, David Cronenberg in a Friday the 13th movie. Who'd have thunk it? That's
I
amazing.
know.
That's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Can't wait for someone like, I don't know, like, gosh, Martin Scorsese in
To be in the
what film?
next Friday the 13th or something, you
Oh,
know?
that'll be so cool. All
Yeah.
right. Oh my goodness. Oh, Jason, I want you to go over there. And then wait, Joe Pesci, where's your right? Like that. Oh, so cool. Anyway.
I always love to try to, and I don't know if she's since passed, but I always used to love trying to see his mom in his movies. I
Oh
thought
yes, that's right.
that was always
Yes.
fun. You know,
Catherine
oh, there's like,
Scorsese.
yeah, it was always good to
Yes.
see her pop up, especially like in Goodfellas and something like that. Like, oh, Henry,
Yeah.
you're so thin, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Oof. Oof. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just gonna borrow this knife.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so
My
cool.
dad has the painting. He has the painting in his living room.
That's so
It's
cool.
amazing. Yeah.
I love that. That's such a great film. Goodfellas. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. So more Friday the 13th. Oh, it's fantastic. Bobby Lee. Do you know these? I haven't seen either of these films, Mortal or Fast Color. What about you?
No, no. These are you guys tell us all the good ones. You know, I'll go back and I'll make a list and I'll check them out. That's what all this is about, you know.
Very good. Thank you so much. And Komodo also comes back to the fan edits of the Star Wars franchise. I guess they're now referred to as fan edits, but I remember back in the day for me, they were just the release versions
Yeah.
prior to
And
the special editions. Yeah.
the ones I have are called Grindhouse. I think that's what they called them. I guess it's a certain type of fan edit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because those are the ones that are those are really great. I love you can see like the little what kind of like gray squares around the ships as they're flying through space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that I love that. That's really cool. Yeah.
But
And
still it still looks so good. It was
yeah.
still so ahead of its time, man.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. And I'm I grew up watching those versions. So when
Yeah.
the special editions came up, I'm like, and then they kind of changed them again a little bit later, adding a little bit more
Yeah.
things here and there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm watching. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I can't. I don't know if I can take any more. You know, it's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff to try to soak in.
I know. And do you feel like I know you guys were talking you talked with this with Jeff too, the Coda, the Godfather. I've yet to seen that.
Oh yeah,
Yet
yeah, yeah.
do you get kind of similar vibes with that or not as much?
I don't know if it's similar as my reaction to, say, the various versions of Star Wars per se,
Yeah.
um, but I think because there are some, I would say, real significant changes in terms of the plot and presentation of
Really? Yeah.
information
Yeah.
and organization of scenes and the like. So that's that it where I would say is the Star Wars changes more or less still keep the order of scenes more or less intact. There's some additions I
Okay.
get, but it's more or less there's actually some rearranging
Oh,
of
okay.
the information. Not so much, but just enough to make a difference. I
To
think in
make
a
a
number of
difference in the whole
yeah
storyline. Yeah.
yeah.
That's
So
interesting. I still have to see it. I still have to check it out.
it's definitely worth checking out. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, and I think it's now with all the various 4K releases. I think the Coda is now going to be the canon,
Yeah.
the official version of that storyline. But
Yeah.
I personally like the earlier releases of The Godfather Part Three. Although I'm totally okay with anyone who likes the Coda. It's, Godfather Coda, The Death of Michael Corleone.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, talk about a spoiler, huh? But anyway, yeah, gosh, you know, anyway, but anyway, yeah. So let's
I
see.
know, yeah.
I didn't name
I
it.
didn't
I
even
didn't
notice
name it. Don't
that.
I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ask Francis. Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sarah, are you sure you wanna call this title? You know, I understand too. This is something that he had thought of way back when he was making what was called The Godfather 3 back then. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah. So here we go. Komodo. Let's see. Here we go. I don't know this.
I don't know this either. Yeah.
So Komodo, fantastic. Oh, Gleamy TV. Robert De Niro should be more horror films. So mentioning Scorsese, yes. Cape
Yeah.
Fear. That was a. Have you seen this film?
Oh
The
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Scorsese. Yeah,
Yeah. Super
that's amazing.
creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like he walks right into the camera. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
And it's
amazing.
good contrast to like who was it? Was it Mitchum that played before in Cape Fear? Trying
That's
to think.
right. Yes, yes.
So it was good contrast. Like I love movies that if they kind of get either remade or kind of a retelling of it, that they both stand on their own. Like it's you know I'm not opposed to remakes at all. So it's a nice.
Let's see. There's an incredible fan edit Star Wars called War of the Stars. The Star Wars Grand House. It adds gore and humor. So good. Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen that. Yeah. Oh, Bobby Lee, Jason X has a great opening scene. I agree. Yeah. Scorsese and
Yeah,
Friday the 13th. I love that. Oh, Friday the 13th means Gangs of New York. Yeah.
yeah.
Or I don't know, be like, uh, could you imagine Jason versus Travis Bickle?
I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
my goodness. That would be so amazing. Oh, gosh.
we need a Jason mask with Scorsese eyebrows.
Oh, that would be
That'd be.
amazing.
Yeah,
Oh
I'd
my
wear it every day.
goodness. Wow. Wow. And like they unmask Jason at Scorsese. Oh my
Yeah, yeah.
goodness. Wow, what a reveal.
His
What a
character
reveal.
in
After
Taxi Driver.
after all this time,
It
Jason
was.
was Martin Scorsese.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and like that means right the son of Betsy Palmer was Martin Scorsese. Wow.
yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
That would be so cool. They should do that. They should really do
I
that.
know.
It should be like, yeah, reveal, or the Michael Myers mask, right?
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
off the
yeah,
mask and it should be like Martin Scorsese or something. Oh, it would be
yeah.
amazing. Or like, what other director would have been really good with that? Like, gosh, who would have been a good Michael Myers film director?
Hmm. I think Cronenberg did great. He did great in Nightbreed. I think
That's
he,
right. That's
you
right.
know, you can get
Decker.
Cronenberg in there. You can get
Um,
Carpenter. It's just Michael Myers that chain smokes.
yeah.
You know,
That would be so trippy.
I
Could you
know. Yeah,
imagine like it
it's just
revealed to be
John
John
Carpenter.
Carpenter? Oh my
Yeah,
god! Like the mind blowing experience that would have been. That would have been amazing.
yeah,
Wow, wow, wow. Or like, and just could you imagine like pulling off the mask? Maybe he's fighting Jamie Lee Curtis for
yeah,
this is the final time. I promise.
yeah,
According to but not really. I don't know. But anyway, they're fighting
yeah,
for the final time, and they're fighting. And he rips off them. And it's John Carpenter. It's like
yeah,
you know, and I thought you knew. Yeah, right. Yeah, dude,
yeah.
it's great. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. Oh gosh, that would have been so cool. But anyway, yeah, we can only hope, wish, I suppose. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, John Claude Van Damme split scene. Yes.
Yeah. I'm a
Wow.
big JCVD fan.
What's your favorite John Claude Van Damme film?
Uh, probably Kickboxer. If I'm gonna
Oh,
be, yeah, I like Kickboxer a lot. Dumpo. Yeah,
oh, very
but you
nice.
can't go wrong. Bloodsport.
Bloodsport
Uh,
out. Yeah.
I love Street Fighter. I know I'm like kind of threw all the cooks in the kitchen, kind of just threw the whole everything they could in that movie.
Do you remember the movie of Super Mario Brothers
Oh
with
yeah,
like
classic.
with Bob Hoskins? Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
I remember.
amazing.
I always used to get into arguments because a buddy of mine was like, "No, his name is not Mario and Luigi Mario. It's just Mario." I'm like, "No, dude, it was in the movie."
Or I also remember they had the movie of Spawn.
Yeah,
Yeah, they had
Leguizamo. Yeah,
yeah Leguizamo. That's right, John Leguizamo's
yeah,
there. Right, that was amazing. Or
yeah.
yeah, so many blast from the past. That's for sure. Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah,
But yeah, John Claude Van Damme. Yeah, well, yes. Which that's a great question. That's a really good. I wanna maybe. I'm gonna post a picture on Instagram. I want to use this still.
yeah.
This is great. Yeah, this is
And
fantastic. I love this
Sudden
question.
Death. Sudden Death's a
Yeah,
great John Claude Van Damme movie too. I've
fantastic.
watched
Well
that a
done.
bunch.
Oh, Gives Mortars here. Hello, it's nice to see you. Yes, yes. It's great to have him here. Time capsule. Yes, very nice. Oh,
Oh
awesome
yeah,
50. Yes, yes.
yeah.
Very nice. Oh, cool. Imagine him with another idea. Yes, Scorsese, Jason crossover. Yes, Griffin Dunn. Yes, from
After Hours
After
too.
Hours. Yes, After Hours 2, A New Beginning. Yes,
Yeah. Hopefully Criterion will get their hands on that too after
yes,
the first one. I'd
yes.
love a good release of that.
Fantastic. Knock off. Street Fighter. Yes, great. Fantastic. Let's see. And then, oh, here's Quomodo again saying, check out the latest Star Wars digitally enhanced fan edit named HAL 9000. Or a re-edit with more darker linear feel. A lot of
Oh,
the filler family oriented stuff removed. Oh, that's interesting.
crazy.
Very interesting.
What
I
do
don't know
they
this.
replace all the Ewoks with like T800s?
Oh, I don't know. It's interesting. What's the family friendly oriented stuff? I wonder.
Mm.
Like, gosh, I don't know. But oh, interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. We're almost done here. Let's. I'm gonna stick around for a few more minutes, and I'm gonna nod off to sleep. So it's
Oh
almost
yeah,
1
it's probably
a.m.
getting yeah, it's getting late for
No
you too,
problem.
man.
No, let's maybe we'll slowly wind down here, but I can stay for a few minutes. Are you okay?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Take your
Okay,
time, dude. Do
cool,
your thing.
cool, cool, cool. Thank you. Yes. Oh yes,
Oh yeah.
yes. Sudden death.
Oh,
Please.
if I can do my Jean Claude Van Damme impersonation, if the building's falling down around you, don't move. From Sudden Death, that's my jam.
Well, is there a Blu-ray of that or?
I hope so. I don't. I think I have the DVD somewhere.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, that's a good one.
There
I'm
should be
a.
like a 4K of that.
I know. Yeah.
Let's see. Blast from the Past with Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser is getting a lot of attention lately. I think
Which is good.
with
Yeah, that's a
Laser
deep cut. Blast from the Past. That's the deep cut. Not a
Brendan
lot of people know
Fraser.
about that one.
Let's see. Here we go. Oh yes, time cap. Yes, yes. The laser disc
Oh
set. Yes.
yeah. So
Yes,
that's
I
like
agree.
they took those kind of the Laserdisc masters and they put them on those DVDs, right?
That's right. That's right. And I have
Yeah,
those DVDs. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So I won't let those go. So
yeah,
I'm very happy with those. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's a lot of
That
fun. But
that's another check mark for Laserdisc right there, man.
that's
You know?
right. That's right. It's and it's a great format. It's really great. It's just tough because it's just slowly dwindling. Like I was mentioning it the other day, that for instance in Tokyo, maybe several years ago, you could pretty easily find used stores where they still had a good selection, a healthy selection of Laserdisc titles to sift through and browse.
Yeah,
But now those numbers are really decreasing, quite
yeah,
noticeably so. So at least my own personal experience seems to show me.
yeah,
So yeah, it's a little bit of a shame, but oh well. Oh well. I mean, it's of course limited supply. So, but
yeah,
they're still around. They're still you can still find online sellers and the like. So,
yeah.
all right. So I think are we at the end of the line when it comes to comments? Oh no, we got one. Here we go. There's another one. Yes. Oh gosh. Yes. Awesome.
Mm,
Yes. Mentioning the CAV at the laser discs. Yes. Kind of a really cool set.
yeah. And
Um,
sometimes you just got to let stuff go too, man. Don't be sad about. I
that's
know
right.
it. Hindsight, we only got so much space.
That's right. That's right. Like I think I see sometimes in my Instagram feed some kind of promoted post about some guy saying, you know, I I bought a pizza for 10 Bitcoin or something like that.
Yeah,
So I think, yeah, I just gotta let it go. Yeah, I must. Did you enjoy the pizza? I said, yeah, it was really
yeah,
good pizza. Yeah, exactly. So just
yeah.
enjoy life. You Brendan Fraser, yes.
Oh, Bedazzled. That's a HBO used to always show Bedazzled. That's a fun one.
Yes. Let's see, and then time capsule. Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, I love some Tex Avery cartoons.
Yeah. And Omesh, thank you. Omesh, thank you so much, my friend. You were a star as always. But you're a star in this. Your great comments. Well done. Well, it's nice to see you. So let's see here, and then Resurrection.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool. I don't. Oh gosh, Resurrection doesn't ring a bell to me.
And see, I just picked up some Vinegar Syndrome titles, and that one was kind of like in the lost in the ether. It was like in the cart, and then it was out of the cart. And but now I know because I didn't hear anything about it. That's good to know.
Very cool. Very cool. Oh, Awesome asks about your channel again. So take the opportunity once again to plug your great channel, my friend.
Yeah. So my channel's called The Horrible Show. It's kind of spelled. terrible. But really, like, sometimes you're stubborn and you want to call your channel something, but somebody already named their channel that. So you just spell it a little bit differently and then it works out. So it's horror as in like the genre of the whole show. So yeah, don't
Right.
yeah, you can be more creative. If you start a channel, please be more creative than me.
And what's your plans? What is? And you said we started the conversation off with this, but maybe once again, what are some upcoming planned video uploads that you have in mind?
Yeah. So I'm planning for the next couple months. I'm gonna put a little hold on like some pickups because there's a lot of stuff that I have to watch. So I think coming up, it's really gonna just I'm gonna take you in. I'm gonna show you kind of like different shelves of the collection. We're gonna pick a movie out, and then we're gonna kind of, like if let's say if it's Dawn of the Dead or something, we'll go revisit like past releases and stuff like that, and then just talk about the movie. I'm gonna try to do like a little shout out for each individual one, while instead of like a pickup kind of thing. So that's
Very
what I got
cool.
planned.
Very cool. Awesome. Awesome. I can't recommend it enough. Not I can't recommend it. I mean, I can't recommend it enough. I can't recommend it enough. It's really, really lovely. And Tanner's just a lovely guy. I must say, I was so happy, watching everything everywhere all at once and eating Reese's peanut butter cups at the same time. It
That's what
was
it's
like,
all about, man. You know?
thank you. So I was so happy, so happy, my friend. So maybe in the spirit of winding down, because I know, yes, you have a nice day ahead of you, and I don't want to take up too much of your precious time. You've been so generous already, my dear friend, with this. But are there any, say, in terms of parting words, do you have any maybe recommendations or any titles or anything you want to bring up on people's radars here while we're still here? Anything that you want to shed light on or give spotlight to?
Hmm. Well, first of all, I just want to thank everybody again. Like, I had so much love in the past couple days. Like, thank you so much for checking out the channel. Like, really, it means the world. You don't even know. Um, but all right, yeah. So this is a little one. If you're in for some fun, little night of the creeps. If you're stressed out at home, if you just need something to like put on, because life and everything, the world's it's not an easy place. So that's why you get some night of the creeps. You enjoy yourself. You know, that's all I got.
Thank you. No, I mean, not to take away from Night of the Creeps. That's great. That's great. But well done. Okay, okay.
you know.
Okay, well done. That was a staple in my own, say, VHS rental days.
Yeah,
My friends and I would
yeah,
rent,
yeah,
one of the films we'd rent a lot would be Night of the Creeps. So
yeah.
that's a great choice. Yeah. So Infomagine, thanks very much for this. I appreciate it. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And oh, cool. Okay, so there's more explanation about the HAL 9000 sort of version. Thank you so much. And oh, who's this? Oh, that's me. There we go.
Oh,
Yes. So and awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Gleaming TV, you give good gifts. Horrible show. I agree. I concur. You give excellent gifts.
man, and I
That
tried to like. Do you own a copy of Texas Chainsaw 2?
the recent release. No, I don't have it
or
yet.
or just in general? I was gonna send
I
one.
do. I do have it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Now I feel better that I didn't send it.
But not the recent release. I haven't been able to get my hands on that one. So,
And I just
but
I just picked that one up. It's pretty good.
I like that. There's a great line in that. Um, oh, my hems. Oh, oh my hems. Oh
Yeah,
gosh, that's what,
yeah,
that's quite a line indeed. Yeah, and Dennis Hopper. Oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah. What a film that is. But
yeah. Oh yeah.
so you really did you gave me so much happiness. I must say thank you. So, and I wanted to talk to you anyway, uh, to sort of follow up with our lovely conversation from last year. But
It
it's
was the very least I could do, and what is it? It doesn't take much, you know what I'm saying? So it's the very least I could do.
but it was actually quite substantial, I must say, because it was a hefty box. It was like it was not a small amount of money, and
Oh, wow.
so
But
you
that's,
know,
like, brother, that's why I got a job, man.
oh,
That's why we work, that's why because, if I don't know, like I said, some people are going through a hard time right now. And if you
yeah.
just, even it's like a little thing, if you text somebody you hadn't texted in a while, those little things count. But I digress. I'm not trying to get too Barbara Walters on you.
Oh no, but I can totally understand the sentiment.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think a little type of I think that that was one of the points of the film, Everything Everywhere All at Once, is this idea
absolutely.
of showing a type of I don't know, kindness or something. Even the
Yeah,
small things can make a huge difference. This little change, little choices can make a huge difference. Yeah,
absolutely, man. Like,
yeah,
this thing's too short not to be out of pocket about a lot, a lot of
that's
stuff.
right.
Yeah, it's
That's
too
right. And
short.
life is very short. Yes. So,
Wow.
oh, very cool. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's see. Mike Eli, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike.
And information. Oh, wow. Speak of the devil,
Yeah,
sudden
hype.
death. Wow,
Yeah,
on UHD. That's amazing. I
yeah.
didn't know about this. I'm totally behind the times with this stuff. So, all right. So I think let's maybe wind this down. I'd love to go on further, but we should do this again. This was great, and you, as I say,
Absolutely, man.
you covered me in terms of my technical difficulties and hiccups today. So I want to thank you very much for that.
Oh, you're
Very
welcome.
much
It's
indeed.
not easy, man. The internet, it's not easy.
It's a kind of a. Oh, and Informagene says just announced moments ago. So my goodness, Tanner, you must have had something to do with that. Maybe
Yeah, to my
that's
second,
amazing.
my sixth sense.
Yeah, scanner.
Yeah,
Maybe. Yeah. Speaking of Cronenberg,
yeah,
don't you know? Can you do
yeah.
just pretend to be a scanner right now? Can you just pretend to be a scanner? Okay. And yeah, so
Yeah,
that's our okay,
yeah,
scanner. Yeah, scanner battle. Yeah.
yeah.
All
But I'll
right.
just do it for Reese's peanut butter cups. I don't want to blow people's heads up. Just like that's how I get things I need.
Did I ever tell you my scanner story? Which was I met, or not met, but I had a celebrity run in with the star of that film, Stephen Lack, who plays
No,
Cameron Vale in Scanners. One of the main characters. And I was working at the front desk of this of the British Art Museum in New Haven, Connecticut, and
oh,
I was just at the front desk, just with kind of reception area. It was a part time job kind of thing, and so I was there, and they had a Francis Bacon artist exhibition. There was a pretty famous exhibition. It was
yeah,
really well done, and so a lot of people came, and one of the people who came was Stephen Lack, and he
right.
went in and he came to the front desk, and I recognized him immediately. And this was around, I don't know, like the late '90s or so. So this was sometime after the film Scanners had come out, but
Hmm.
still I recognized him. And he went into the gallery with the art exhibit was, and then some time passed, and he left. And as he left, he went to the exit, and he said, "Thank you very much." He was very polite, very kind, and he
Yeah,
came up to me and he said, just expressed his joy of watching the exhibit, the Francis Bacon exhibit. And I just couldn't help myself. So I said, "I'm very sorry. I don't want to be rude, but are you by any chance?" And I was going to say, "Are you Stephen Lack from Scanner?" So I was going to
yeah.
say, "Are you by any?" And he stopped me. So I said, "Are you by any chance?" Yes. You are. Yeah, and he did. So he read my mind
Yeah,
like a
dude,
scanner.
he scanned you, bro.
Yeah, he scanned me. So it's amazing. Yeah. So
That's awesome.
and he walked away, and I never saw him again. So
Yeah,
that was my run in with Stephen Lack from Scanners
that's worth it.
in New
That
Haven,
story's worth it.
Connecticut. Yes. So I was scanned by the scanner. It was
Yeah.
amazing. So yeah. So sorry about that. Sorry to end in that kind of
No,
weird
that's
way, but
awesome.
yeah. Yeah. So shall we do this again sometime soon, Tanner? What we should do
Anytime
this.
you like.
I
Anytime
know
you like.
I like this format. We should do like a film. We should talk about a film or something. I don't know
I'm
if you're into that. I know
absolutely, man.
we've you mentioned the idea of floated the idea of talking about Creep Show,
Love it.
George
Love it.
Romero. I don't
And
know.
I love the second one too. Like,
Creepshow 2,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, with the raft and right. Thanks for the ride, lady. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And what was the? Oh yes, with George Kennedy. Yes, and oh look at me. Yeah, 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 yeah.
You ever seen that movie with the dude with the hair? Like, so
Yeah,
great. Yeah.
that's amazing. So, we should talk about that those films or not? Yeah, those films. I love that. So let's continue. Let's talk offline as well and see what we can do. This was so much fun. I enjoyed it, and I know people have enjoyed it. So Brett, hellos. Just to end with the final comments here. Do you know? I don't know what the next Kino Lorber sale is, but
I know the Kino Lorber sales are great though. Like
yeah,
it's a really big discount.
yeah,
Bava, pick up Mario Bavas, all of them.
agreed, agreed. Oh, Finn, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank you. And okay, so information follows
Nice,
up with that. So very good. Thank
nice.
you, Brett. Thank you very much. March Madness. Thank you. And great. Kino Lorber is such a great label. Thank you. Gosh. Oh gosh. Do you want to end with this question?
Oh, definitely got to be uh Sadako, Sadako.
Okay, from the
Yeah,
Ring. All right.
yeah,
I thought you were gonna go audition, but you went for Ring. Okay.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
cool. Very cool. Okay. And that just watches scanners. Very good. Thank you, Bobby Lee. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's very kind. So yes, let us do this again. We'll talk again very soon. So thank you very much. And we will end the broadcast. So see all of you. Have a great rest of the day wherever you are, and we'll talk again very soon.
Thanks,
Thank you, everyone.
everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. And let's see.